everybody. Welcome to YouTuber of the Week. Hi David, how are you doing? So YouTuber of the Week is one of my favorite series that I have right here on my channel. If you guys are new, I am Nay. And I'm a multi-content creator. This series is called YouTuber of the Week. It is a series where I give a spotlight interview to one of my favorites. And you guys can go check them out. And if you like what you hear today, it's an interview. Go to their channel and make sure you subscribe. So it's a spotlight interview. It's interactive. So you guys need to ask any of your questions. Drop your questions down in the comments. I will ask them, and then our YouTuber of the Week will answer them for you right here. You don't have to worry about asking them later. You can ask them right now. So make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTuber of the Week. Their link is in the description below. Click on it and then come back here. And also, if you guys can do me a favor, if you can leave a like on this live stream, comment, let me know that you are here. Just say hello. Subscribe to my channel as well. We are the Daisies. And then also, if you guys can share this to your social medias, let's invite all of our friends and family to come join and enjoy tonight. So let's see who's here. How you doing? Hello.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Guys. So we are going to get started. Would you like to introduce you and your channel and tell us what it's all about?
Well, sure. Actually, I have two YouTube channels. My name is Josh. My first channel is Maddie's Daddy. It is a parenting product review channel, but our focus isn't necessarily on the products, but our focus is on helping families be more efficient with their time and money. And that's kind of what we do there. The other channel is my skate channel, which has been kind of put on hold a little bit. It's called Geezer Skate Company. And we focus on old skaters and older guys getting back into skateboarding. Who may, their kids are like getting back into skateboarding. So all these guys who used to skate back in the 90s are getting back into skateboarding now.
Yeah, so. I know a lot of people asked if I want to go roller skating. I'm like, no, I'm afraid I would hurt myself. But that is pretty awesome. So guys, he has two different channels. So I will later on leave the link to his other channel in the description. Let's see. Hello, guys. Our favorite, my favorite, your favorite, Josh.
Yep.
Life Meets Family.
It's Dan. What's up, bro?
I am so proud of their channel. They are doing such an amazing job.
Dan, Aaron, and the kids, they're so awesome. Love those guys. Love hanging out with Dan when I can.
I'm jealous because I know we talked and you said you got to hang out with Dan, and I'm like
twice so far. Twice. So we just hung out this year, a little bit earlier this year.
So I'm gonna have to go down to Georgia and hang out with.
We'll come to Dallas next year at Video Marketing World in April.
You know what? I have family who lives in Dallas, so I might do that.
Yeah, I mean, do it now.
Dan,
I'll send you some links.
Are you going, Dan?
Dan's there.
Hi, Jacob. Hi, Diamond. Hi, Chaz. Okay, guys. So this is Josh. He is the YouTuber of the Week. He has a channel called Maddie's Daddy, which I've been a fan of forever. Even though we don't have any young kids, I love him as a content creator. I love his channel. And Maddie used to be tiny, and now she's grown up now, and that's just crazy. She's 3?
She's 4. She's 4. She turned 4 in June.
That's just crazy. Crazy. Hi, Dan. How you doing? Okay, guys. So, as you guys know how YouTuber of the Week, comment down your questions, and let's get to know Josh and his channel a little bit better. Now, for the people who have not seen you, how long have you been on YouTube?
Well, that's funny because I decided to look that up today to see how long when my first video was posted, and it obviously wasn't on Maddie's Daddy. Posted in 2007 for the very first time, and it was this little short film that I made called, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I just wrote it in French. It says stuffed animals. It's like Animaux Bourré or something. And it has 15,000 views on it now. And that's when YouTube was a lot different. You could get views a lot more easily, I think. And because I hit the French market, I think they just started watching it for some reason. So yeah, like I posted 2007 was my very first YouTube post. But my video stuff goes way, way back before YouTube was even around. I mean, if YouTube was around in 1992, I would have had videos up of us skateboarding, making music videos way back then, because I have probably over 50 VHS cassette tapes of me and my.
So for people who don't know what a VHS and we have younger viewers, which I have a lot. What are they?
Oh, I was trying to look around to see if I have one right here. No, I don't actually have. They're all in my garage. So there used to be this player, it's like this big block of a player, right? And you would take and inside these cartridges, it was like a reel-to-reel. You'd have tape. It was magnetic tape. Went from one spindle to the other inside this cartridge. You'd put it into the bigger machine and it would play video. And that's how we were able to watch like movies at home in the very beginning. I remember my dad renting a VCR when I was a kid and we watched Voltron. I mean, how crazy is that?
That's awesome. And the cassette tapes are a little bit smaller, but like held like.
Oh yeah. So, there's also, like digital tape, right? Mm-hmm. And I did some like DVI, I think, and I did some video on that. Of course, you had to figure out back in the day how to transfer that to your computer, and it was a lot more complicated and normally in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, like videos for me go way back before YouTube even began. So whenever YouTube came out, I didn't think too much about it at the time when it first came out. But then in 2007, I'm like, wait a second. There's this free platform out there where you can upload videos and people can watch. Why do you make videos anyway?
Yeah.
So people can watch.
Yeah. to make and create memories, but then also to like for other people to watch.
Yeah. I mean, you want to watch them, even if you're filming a baseball game or something, you're probably not going to go back and watch that. But at some point you might want to,
That's true. And also with YouTube, it's a lot easier because it's like one platform that people can just go on. You don't have to like insert a tape or a CD or, a DVD, any of that. It's just like a lot easier. And then more people can actually access it than your home videos.
Yes, for sure. I used to make, in college, I used to make this girl watch these videos with me all the time. And she watched, I don't know why, but I found out later on that we won't get into that. She was just.
That's what that is. But oh my gosh, yeah, it's so funny because like you look at what happened in like what we had in the 80s and the 90s and even the 2000s that kids don't remember. Like I'm like, how do you not remember? It makes me feel.
Well, like Maddie, she is in what they call Gen Z. Gen Z is the first generation that will grow up with phones.
Yeah.
Like all of their lives.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Technology.
I know,
sometimes
right?
It's good and sometimes it's bad. Like there was internet back in 2007.
Yeah, I know there was amazingly this thing called DSL, I think.
Matt, Dan from Core Dream Studios. He goes, how's the weather by you?
Say that again.
He wants to know how's the weather by you.
The weather by me it's cooled off a lot. It's been in the hundreds or the late high 90s. Oh, by the way, if you don't know where I am, I will tell you this is where I am. You see that?
So we're playing you soon, right?
Jets, right? That's this week. Eagles? Oh, you're a Philly fans? Mm-hmm. Way up there where you guys are?
Well, we are 20 minutes from Philly.
Okay, then we've got a rivalry going, so that's cool. I wasn't sure what you guys were going to do.
I love you anyway. So, but so yes, he's in Dallas, Texas. Well, Texas area.
Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area. So, there are millions of people here.
Yeah. It's funny because my aunt is from your area, and I'll tell you exactly where she is after this. But she's from Philly, so she's a Texan, but Eagles loving.
Yeah. So it's hot. It's hot down here, and it's actually just now cooled off to in the 70s.
Dan from Court, he says VHS. We had Betamax and
Yeah,
Real.
Beta. So Beta was also a real similar thing. The Beta was actually a better form of VHS, but it was kind of like how Blu-ray versus what was it, HD, how they kind of competed for the HD, the high, whatever it is, the high quality, high definition DVDs, and even though HD was probably better, Blu-ray won. Same thing happened with Beta and VHS. VHS won just because of the branding and because it sold and because the public accepted it more than they accepted Beta.
Yeah.
And I think it was easier to access VHS too, and maybe a little bit cheaper.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Diamond says where I live, it's still in the 90s. I think he's on the West Coast.
Ooh. Hopefully it'll cool off for you soon. I know what it's like though.
Yeah, I think today it was like, I'm going to say 58, 60 and rainy. So I'm not ready for this fall weather. I know like summer was hot, but I'm not ready for it. So you've been on YouTube, and so you uploaded your first video in 2007, but
right.
When did you like make it Maddie's Daddy?
So, I didn't really get serious about YouTube or really thinking about, hey, this could be a thing until about 2000. It was really early 2016 was my first Maddie's Daddy upload. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a product review channel. And when I talked to you way back before, it was mainly because I was kind of bored and, of course, have all this video history. And I'm like, okay, let me be productive because I stayed home with Maddie. Let me be productive here at the house. So I'm like, I started looking around and I thought, what's all this baby stuff doing here? I have a lot of questions about it. I bet you other people do too. So I started making videos explaining how these products work. And it seemed to resonate with an audience.
And then also, normally for those types of like either product reviews, testing, things like that, it's normally from a mom's perspective.
A lot of times, yeah.
And so I love that you have it from a father's perspective.
Yeah, there's some other guys catching on to the trend out there.
But I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like a guy, his name's Andrew. He has a channel called Dadverb. He's just crushing it. He's got like over 40 or 50,000 subscribers now. Not sure. He lives in the Dallas area too. And there's another guy, Dan Norton from Parent Pacifier. And, he's doing well too, or he did really well with his channel. He's working on some other projects now. So like, he caught on to the trend. It's funny because he saw one of my videos and started posting, like he started creating a dad channel because of that, which was kind of cool. And then I had the pleasure of meeting him this past August at Video Marketing World.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we collaborated whenever we met. So we're like, let's just do a video together. So we did about three videos together, something like that. And those have been posted recently.
That is awesome. You guys got to go check them out. John said from You Do It, he says,
John, what's up, buddy?
I'll see anyone headed to Vid Summit on Monday.
So wish, buddy. I wish I could make it.
And then Dan Norton, part of our NYC Video Mastermind, has a channel doing that.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. That's the guy I met. And of course, I met John a couple times too, which is really cool.
That's awesome. And he's from my area.
Yeah. Yeah. So see, like Dan Norton's close to you guys also.
Yeah. David says, what about a CD player? They had, what was that called? The CD players to go.
The Walkmans?
The Walkmans.
Well, the Walkman was originally a cassette player.
And then it was a Discman.
And then the Discman. So we're getting off topic here, not talking about video, but talking about audio here. But I think it all kind of adds up, right? So, So here's what I remember about the CD players. You like clip onto your belt or whatever. Do you remember you would be running with them or walking with them, and they would skip, and then they made this anti-skip feature, and you're like, "Whoa, mind blown! Can you believe this?"
All right, let's get back to YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
Because we could talk about the 90s.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite time of life.
So now with all of the different channels that are on YouTube, what makes your channel unique?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, kind of part, I think, of what you mentioned about it being a dad channel from a dad's perspective. And I decided to use Maddie in most of my videos for a long time because she was my helper, right? So I think what makes it unique is that it's dad and daughter doing these product reviews, but the target audience is not to kids, it's to parents. With recent changes to YouTube and all that, I got a little bit worried about having Maddie in videos because they started disabling comments on a lot of people who had kids in their videos. But we started realizing after talking to a lot of experts, and by the way, can I name drop a little bit here?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to say awesome thank you to Jeremy Vest, who works for vidIQ and is an awesome mentor of mine. Liron Segev also works for vidIQ. Also want to throw a shout out to Scott Simpson, who is now CEO of Video Marketing World.
No way.
All of those guys have been extremely helpful as far as me getting back to this channel, because I took a hiatus to work on another channel, which didn't really get the momentum that I wanted. So now I'm back to this. And if you don't know the story, I fell and hurt myself skating, had surgery, and haven't been on a board since January.
Crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, back to what makes this channel unique is that it's a daddy-daughter thing, doing product reviews for parents. And I feel like I haven't seen daddy-daughter pair doing product reviews, at least.
I normally just see like just the parent.
Yeah,
and
right.
Explaining them.
And some of my videos are that because she's not always available. And sometimes she's 4, it's a little more difficult. But there are times where I like to use her in the video because it kind of gives it some context, I think.
And then also it helps because, Maddie, oh my gosh. I have known you guys for a while. Maddie I just cannot believe she's 4. So, but I think it's cool to have the child in there just so that they can play with it a little bit, kind of give, their thoughts,
Well, yeah. And I'm sorry to interrupt you. You're talking about that, and we started heading. So once she went from a baby to more of a toddler, it became less of parenting products and started becoming more toys. But as you know, with the recent FTC and all that, you start doing toy reviews, then you start targeting kids as an audience, and that's not what we're trying to do here. So we're getting back to the parenting products. And so I think you got to be careful there.
Yeah. Because I know like when you Google like a certain toy, something that comes out, it's like once your video pops up, then they can actually see it in person.
Right.
And like your perspective of it and what it actually looks like. Because anytime that you go online, even though they give you the measurements, it's like seeing it in like real life or like on the computer is a lot different than what you actually see just as a picture.
Well, right, because then you have scale, right? And you see it on a box, you don't really have a scale of what to see. If you see a real human in front of it, or the product in front of the human, then you kind of say, oh, okay, it's this big, it'll fit in this area, or this looks like it will or won't work for what I need.
And it's like, oh, okay, then once you assemble it or set it up.
Yeah.
Hi guys, if you guys are just joining us, welcome. I am Nay. This is Josh. He is the YouTuber of the week for Maddie's Daddy. His link is in the description below. So guys, make sure that you guys click on it, subscribe to his channel. I promise you, you will love it. I love it, so I'm telling you, you guys will love it too. And so you guys ask any questions. It's an interactive interview, Q&A. It's live. Any questions you guys have to get to know him a little bit better, or his channel, comment down below. We do have a question. It is from Kara. She goes, how do you set yourself apart in a saturated area?
Okay, this is where Jeremy talks about. Kara, that's a friend of mine. So hi, Kara.
Welcome.
So my friend Jeremy talks about this. What you do is you go 1 inch wide and a mile deep. You're wondering, okay, what does that mean? That means you get your topic and you start figuring every little bitty thing about that topic. vidIQ talks about this guy who had a Fortnite channel. And of course, Fortnite is probably one of the most saturated games on YouTube. If you type Fortnite, you're going to get millions of results, literally millions. So one guy started talking about in his Fortnite videos how to make Fortnite play faster, how to make it run more efficiently. And he just started focusing on that one thing. And his channel just blew up because now he had an inch wide, but went a mile deep talking about that particular topic. So I think if you start looking at an audience, who do you want your audience to be, and try to figure out what questions they are asking. I mean, it's once you start answering those questions, people will start coming to you as the expert in a field, and YouTube will start promoting your videos for that reason.
Yeah, because if you, like you said, if you look up Fortnite or any of the most played games, you're going to have millions of videos. But if you're looking for something deeper,
specific within that game, like on my channel, like if you're looking up not just baby products, not just baby Brezza products, but you're looking up a baby Brezza bottle warmer, well, we'll have a video, one of those coming up pretty soon. But we're not going to just do one video on it. We're going to do probably 5 to 10 videos on that specific thing. We might do an unboxing. We'll do a review. We'll do a how-to. We'll do it's a smart bottle warmer. We'll do a how to connect it to your Wi-Fi, because it'll tell you when your bottle's ready on your phone, which is crazy. We'll do a how to clean, and you can start looking. You probably know this, Nay. You can do a search within YouTube to see what people are actually searched for. So if I type baby Brezza bottle, it'll pop up warmer, or how to blank baby bottle warmer. It'll start popping up all this stuff, and you'll be like, okay, here are the questions that are being asked.
And these are the videos I need to make.
These are the videos I need to make. Yeah. Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, guys. Josh has a lot of tips. He's been doing YouTube for a while. He's gone to different video, I want to say conventions.
I've only been to a couple, but yeah.
But you're very knowledgeable in.
I'm kind of a nerd like that. I love to nerd out on this stuff. You can ask Dan from Life Meets Family. He and I talk about this stuff all the time. And what I love about YouTubers is that you can talk about this stuff and it never gets old. I mean, you can talk about your analytics, what you're going to do in your videos. And that's what I love about going to a conference, is because you meet creators that are very like-minded, that may not be the same channel, but they have the same goals, which is audience development and growth. And so, I think that if you guys are creators out there, going to a conference or meetups is huge. It's probably one of the most beneficial things you can do, and getting a mentor. So what's really cool, May, what I like about us is, I think me, you, Dan from Life Meets Family, we all kind of started hanging out within this Twitter sphere, about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, about 3 years ago.
Almost 3, yeah. 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah. So, not every creator is going to grow at the same pace, but look what happened to Dan. They changed what they're doing. They went from just doing they went from doing vlogging, which was cool because they got a lot of hits, especially on their dental stuff. They started doing some reaction videos, and that stuff started popping. So they're like, well, let's do more of these. And look at they're 400,000 now, 400,000 subscribers, something like that. I don't know the exact number, but they've just blown up.
And you know what, guys, if you are, I'm tagging on to what you said. If you guys are watching this, listen to these amazing tips, because our friends, Dan and Aaron and their kids from Life Meets Family, they tested out a little bit of this. They tested out trying different things. Then they found what works, and then they're going with that, and their channel is growing. So if you are putting out content and it's not, it's what you want, but not what your audience wants, and it's not going anywhere, try something different. Mm-hmm. And if you see that they are, attaching more to the newer content, keep going with that and grow your channel. And just make sure you guys take some notes, because Josh is amazing, and I'm telling you guys, Dan from Life Meets Family is amazing as well. John said Jeremy, Laren, and Scott are awesome. They all have pages for helping you grow your personal brand and
Yeah, I
improve
love those guys.
content. I believe it might be your brother, Jared.
That's my brother.
Okay.
That's my brother.
And then thank you, Jacob. Jacob,
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Jacob.
So when you were mentioning, not just making one video, but making 5 videos, Dan wants to know why make so many videos on one topic?
Well, because what you become is you become a channel authority on that particular topic. So if I make one video on, let's say, a bottle warmer, since that's the previous example, and I move on and I make a video about some diapers, and I move on and I make a video about, I don't know, some toddler clothes or something, I kind of become a variety channel at that point. But if I focus on, let's say, one brand, maybe, or multiple brands, maybe I want to compare bottle warmers, and I start focusing on that one thing, YouTube will see me as a channel authority on this particular thing, not because I'm making these videos, but because an audience is responding to these videos, right? So if an audience responds to one video that's doing well, you make another video on that that's doing well. So YouTube will start promoting your videos more if you become a channel authority on whatever it is that you're creating for an audience.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was a YouTuber of the week that I talked to, or if I think it might have been a YouTuber of the week or another content creator, and they said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
If one, it's just a video, but if you make 2, 3 videos about that same topic, kind of like the same thing, like people are going to maybe do the unboxing and then do the initial testing and things like that. People are going to keep coming back to your channel to figure out, why is that so important, or could that really help me, and things like that.
Well, because whenever you watch a video then on a particular channel, then you expect to kind of see a similar video following that. And, you can always branch off and test. So Daryl Leaves, the huge YouTube marketing guru of the world, he talks about making video buckets. So you have your content that you do. You have content maybe for another for your audience, right? But let's say, okay, let me back that up. So I have product reviews, right? And then maybe I have like some parenting tips. And then in this bucket over here, I'm going to have an experimental bucket, right? And I'll tell you, one of those videos that I'm going to do is kind of like dad challenges. I'm going to start working toward that because those are going to be my experiments. If an audience starts responding to that, then that's going to come out of my experimental bucket. That's going to become one of my main buckets. I'm going to start making videos on that topic.
Very cool. Very interesting. Hi, Herman. Welcome, Herman. Guys, like I said, if you guys are just joining us, hello, I'm Nay. This is Josh. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I even made a little sign. Hopefully you guys can read it.
Oh, yeah. Like that sign.
Subscribe. So I normally put the YouTuber of the week's name here, but I only had like 3 D's.
I have too many letters.
I got the Maddie, but then the daddy, I more D's. So I was like, you know what? Let me make something a little bit different.
That's okay. I like that.
You are all way too nice. We got crazy lucky, Dan.
Yeah, you did get lucky. You got lucky in India, buddy. So if you haven't, you should check out Dan's family. They're so cool because they're reviewing all these Indian Bollywood type of films and trailers and such. And who would have thought that audience would have resonated? It's just, they got lucky because it started getting suggested in Indonesia, I believe. And then it picked up from there. They wound up on the trending tab, which is really cool.
I am so proud of them. I really am.
So cool, yeah.
I tell Dan that, and
now Dan's just lucky. He couldn't have done it without YouTube's help.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? If you guys like reaction videos, Life Meets Family. They do a lot of reactions to trailers and new movies. Indian American, go check them out. And they're pretty awesome too.
Hey, you know what? I want Dan to bring back his moto vlogs. He used to ride a motorcycle around. He may need to start a new channel for that, but he used to ride a motorcycle around and like fall off of his bike.
Put some of those in there, or just make a new channel. We'll subscribe. It's okay. Yes, great community here, Dan. That's right, from Core Dreams. John says, I refuse to niche down too much. I'm a DIY of whatever, so I'm growing slower than Josh's channels are growing.
Oh, John, I don't believe you. I know where you're at with your channel. Your DIY stuff is awesome, and people want to see that, and you're growing nicely there, buddy. So keep up the work. And hey, if you don't want to lock yourself in, don't. I mean, you got to do what works for you. If you get stuck in one thing and you're unhappy, then you're going to quit making videos on it. Because
you're not gonna have that drive, that motivation, and it's just like, I really want to do something else, but your audience is so used to and wanting what you want, and it's like you get bored with it. So I mean, I understand it. I mean, I know my channel, I'm a multi-content creator. I put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So then I kind of like get all aspects. But one thing that's great about YouTube is that you don't have to have one particular genre. It could be whatever you want to make your channel. And with your channel is pretty amazing because with Maddie and the products and like I know that like father and daughter, like your like dynamic, it's like you guys are like amazing.
We have fun. That's the number one thing.
That's what it is. You have to have fun, because if not, then people aren't going to really watch.
Yeah. Dan
says, I believe one huge thing is make sure you know what your average view count is for each type of video you do, and that's with the analytics too. Got it? Like what's your viewer retention and things like that.
Now this is where I nerd out, and Dan and I talk a lot about analytics, and like I call him for help, and he'll do the same. And the thing with YouTube is I honestly don't want to spend 10 hours making a video for 50 views. I mean, let's get real here. That's a lot of time for very little. It's what is your ROI, your return on investment? And I consider that, I don't mean like money wise, monetarily wise necessarily, but is this reaching an audience? And if it's not reaching an audience, maybe I need to rethink my strategy. So if I get 100, and you're not going to know until you put these videos out. So sometimes you just got to put videos out, at least get maybe 100. I think, who was it? Roberto Blake says, do 100 videos and that's your practice run. And then you can be a real YouTuber. It's kind of crazy, but you really have to do that many. And you know what else is crazy, Nay? So here's a crazy thing. So you may have read this. So the number one, when we were kids, the number one like career choice that kids wanted to be when they were like in second, third, fourth grade was an astronaut. You know what their number one thing they want to be now is? They want to be YouTubers.
I know, and video game, like professional video game players.
Yeah, which is great. But here's the thing. If you're going to be a professional YouTuber, you're going to learn a lot more in the way of career. You got to learn how to run a business. You got to learn how to be a video editor, a graphic designer. You got to learn how to be read analytics and understand them. You've got to be a marketer. You've got to, and there are so many different things that you can be or have to be in order to be a YouTuber. So whenever people are new getting into this, I know it was for me. I thought, I could do this, blah, 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 blah. And I get into this and it's not going the way that I want it to go. I'm like, it's a love-hate relationship,
Well, you know what? It's funny along this sense is that, and I know like a lot of my daisies have already heard me say this, and it's common sense really, I think, as a content creator, is that when the viewers are watching your video, it may be a 3-minute video, 5-minute, 10-minute, 60-minute. Well, that's kind of long, but it may, whatever length your video is, people don't understand behind the scenes of what goes into that 3, 5, 10-minute video.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, that's what we crammed it down to.
Yes.
But it could be like 20 minutes worth that you cram down to 5 minutes, like 15 minutes that you deleted or sectioned out, what would be editing. And so not only do you have to come up with the content, create the content, film it, and then edit it, mark it, distribute it, and things like that. People don't understand. They're like, oh, I want to put up a video and that's it. There's much more behind the scenes. So guys, appreciate it. So if you guys are leaving comments, make sure that they are nice. I mean, if you don't like the content, that's okay. Find another video on their channel that you may like. But the content, you know, is what we're trying to put out for you. And if you guys have any suggestions, you can always let us know. But there's a lot that goes behind the scenes to that 5-minute video. And that's what I love, is that we can, as YouTubers, is kind of like talk with one another, become friends, and because they understand all the struggles.
You know, it's one of the, it's definitely one of my favorite communities like around, is like talking with YouTubers, because they have so much drive. They have so much like energy and interest in what they're doing. You know, building an audience is great to them, but they generally love what they're doing. Even like when we were at Video Marketing World, like the largest creators, they're asking these guys, hey, can you help me with my channel? I mean, these are people with, you know, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right? It's kind of crazy that even people that have a lot of subscribers are still trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah, because you know what? It's my opinion, it's not really, your like expertise isn't really about the number of subscribers you have.
No, it's social proof, but no.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something and have it go viral, and then, you know, really don't understand it.
Yeah.
I think with anything, like, even if we're an expert in something, you're still learning something new every single
for
day.
sure.
And I know that I've been doing YouTube for, like, real YouTube, I guess, for like 2.5 years.
Yeah, about the same as us. Yeah.
I mean, I uploaded a few videos here and there, but I wasn't like really like a content creator until like I started doing it. And I'm still learning things that are new, and there's probably things that I could do a lot easier that I'm not doing. But as you go, you grow, and things like that.
Well, YouTube keeps changing stuff, so we have to keep learning. So,
Teresa wants to know, how many kids do you have, Maddie's daddy?
Okay, well, we have Maddie. I want to back up though to another question previous to this.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, it's okay. They just said kind of where, and I don't remember who it was. They asked about where I saw myself in 2 years with YouTube or Maddie's Daddy's channel in 2 years from now. But while you're looking for, have you found it?
No, you can.
While you're looking for this, I want to give an exclusive here on your channel. Nay, you ready for this? That person just asked how many kids we have. We have 1 plus. Yep, we got 1 on the way. This is the first time this has been announced on YouTube.
Oh my God!
I've been wanting to announce it on my channel, but I'm gonna give you that exclusive right here.
Oh my God, tell Mandy, I'm so excited for you and Mandy. Oh my gosh.
Yep. So other people know, but I haven't made the announcement on YouTube yet. So
I would scream, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna like wake up my
don't wake your
so excited. I would like, oh my God, I'm so
excited. That's why I've been asking you, okay, I may need to change this name. How am I gonna change this name? Because I'm not just one person's daddy anymore. I've got to. So anyway, this baby's coming in November sometime.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
That. I thought it was gonna be like maybe like next year.
No. This is right around the corner. That's why you haven't seen a whole lot of content from me. I've been painting baby's room and, you know, all the parent stuff we've got to do. So there you go, Teresa. Now you have it. We have 2.
Thanks, Teresa, for asking. Oh my gosh.
There's Core Dreams question right there.
Yeah, Dan from Core Dreams. Yeah. So where do you see yourself on YouTube in a year, 2 years? He likes your vision so far. Okay. And also, I'm going to add to that just a little bit, because I know he commented it later on. He said he subbed earlier.
Oh, cool.
But he'll check your channel out a little bit more. So
I'd be curious to know if Core Dream Studios is a parent, if they're going to be a parent, if they're a new parent. be curious to know about that. So that's a really good question. I think what all of us want on YouTube, I would say, is to generally have a full-time income within the YouTube sphere. I think that's what a lot of us strive for. But that money's not going to come from AdSense. I'll make a little bit here and there, but it's not going to pay the bills. It might pay one bill, if that.
Or a tank of gas, or.
Yeah. So, you have to think business mindedly, I think, within YouTube. And so I'm always learning how to do this. Tim Schmoyer is really good about teaching people how to turn their YouTube channel into their career. And it's generally just having multiple streams of income, affiliates, of course, AdSense. You could create your own product, which is what he talks about a lot, especially digital product and sell that. So, for example, I could create, a book about parenting or an ebook about parenting and sell it for $9 or something like that from our channel. But there are a lot of streams of income. I think I've seen people with like 10, 12 different types of streams of income.
And I also like that, since you are, you're a fellow parent, but with your channel, you could probably like reach out to maybe a toy company or like a baby company and say like, hey, this is what I do on my channel. I've been getting a lot of views on the channel. I could, review one of your products.
Mm-hmm. You're actually going to see some sponsored videos coming up pretty soon. That's already happened. I already have product. I don't know that I can say the name yet, but whenever those videos go live,
spoil that one.
Yeah, these next few videos, maybe not the next ones that we post now, but the next ones I'll be shooting will be content, like actually things that I can use for the new baby, right? In this next series of videos coming up pretty soon, which I'm kind of excited about, because this is stuff we could either put on our registry or I could just make some videos on it.
And also the products that you reviewed 4 years ago for Maddie, they're so crazy. I mean, yes, the products are still around, but there's new products that are out there that could be used for the new baby.
I've got to say, you're right. You're right about that. So there are some things that we're going to throw away, like that are just too old. And there are some things that we're going to use. But I got to say, like those products that are reviewed back then, it's really funny. I feel like those videos have done so much better than the videos now. I literally did not know what I was doing at the time, but I kind of got lucky with a couple of videos that just kind of took off and are still getting like 50 to 70 views an hour, which is crazy at times.
Yeah.
And I got lucky on those. And it's sad, but that video pretty much drives the channel. And I've got to get away from that and learn what does this audience want and make more videos on it. Now, after that video did do well, I started making more videos on it and it helped, but it doesn't do anything like that video does, which is crazy.
It's like, what made that video do so well that like, how can I duplicate that?
So you know who Matt Gillian is? So Matt Gillian is with Little Monster Media. That's his company, Little Monster Media Co. And he his channel's not large. It's like 5,000-6,000 or something like that. But he has worked and has consulted with the likes of like BBC, Netflix, like HBO. I don't remember all, but huge like television names, right? And this guy is a wealth of information. Little Monster Media. And anyway, what were we talking about specifically?
Kind of like about how like you had your video was doing like so well and it's still doing well, and kind of like duplicating it and how like.
Yeah, so he talks about, I know what I was going to say. So he talks about how if you have a video that has an average view duration of like 60% or something, or I don't remember if he talks about average view duration or average watch time or something. At a certain point, it'll start getting pushed more. So it's more about the watch time that you have than it is about your view duration. So if I've got a 10-minute video out there and it's getting 6 minutes for every view, then that video is going to go crazy because YouTube's going to start pushing that to a new audience to see if a new audience is interested in what you're doing. So that's how to work YouTube. Really, it's just about, okay, what's going to work with an audience, and making videos for that audience. Roberto, let's see.
Roberto also says no one cares about how hard you work, so we have to love what we do, but remember that we are an expert on this that only 0.1% of the population understands.
It's true. It's true. And we are talking to some video creators, I assume, while we're talking on your channel, right? I see John and Dan, of course.
Dan goes, every time I meet a YouTuber, it's an instant connection. Josh and I are best buds right off the bat because we understand each other.
Hey, it was real cool meeting Dan for the first time. So I picked Dan up at the airport, not this year, but last year, at that Video Marketing World. And he gets off, and of course he's vlogging, right? He's coming up to me with the camera. I knew what was up, right? So I'm like, what's up? And dude, it was seriously an instant connection. We went to the AT&T Stadium, the Cowboy Stadium, and then we went over to a skate park. We did a collaboration on our skate channel, and he did something on his channel as well. And then went to the Video Marketing World. We almost got in a wreck while we were in an Uber. They almost like T-boned us because the Uber driver wasn't really paying attention. But Dan yelled at them, and so did I, and they stopped. So we're good. We're in one piece.
Oh, thank
and
you.
We were like, should we even tip this person? I don't know. But yes, I love meeting YouTubers in person. It's when I'm probably the happiest, aside from being with my family and friends, is being with other YouTubers.
Yeah, because we do, and I think that, like, not saying our real life friends are not as well as our YouTubing friends. It's just different.
Well, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So, like, we all have, for people who do YouTube, you have the understanding of one another. You kind of understand, like, everything that goes into it and questions, and you guys help each other, things like that. But your friends who don't do YouTube don't understand everything that goes into it. So that's why it's good to kind of build relationships with fellow content creators, because then they can help you grow your channel, give you tips and tricks and what they've learned, what struggles that they went through that can make your channel better.
Well, and I think also non-YouTubers, they don't, like, you feel like maybe you're talking too much about YouTube and they just kind of like zone out and they don't really care. It'd be like, I guess, them talking about their job you didn't care about. So, if you're going to be friends with people, just be friends. If you're going to be YouTuber friends, be YouTuber friends. I mean, you can be both. Yeah. I do want to tell you something that's pretty cool. So I've helped a couple of channels. And first of all, let me back up. There are businesses who become YouTubers and YouTubers who have to learn how to become a business. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting how businesses think that you got to create an ad, right? But that's not really what you've got to do. An audience does not want to see an ad. I know when I watch YouTube, I don't want to see an advertisement for a product or whatever. I want to see it in action, or I want to see what I'm actually going to get. Mm-hmm. YouTubers, they don't generally know how to create a business. Mm-hmm. So meeting in the middle is where I think it's at. And I think that's where you're going to make your money within the YouTube sphere. Here's the thing, though. I think it's easier to create a channel if you already have a business and then change your mindset than it is to learn how to run a business from YouTube, which is probably where I'm coming from more so.
Yeah. And if you are like making content and things like that and you're not enjoying yourself, audience is going to see that, and then they're going to like switch off. So when you actually understand, okay, from the business part and then doing into YouTube, and then I think your channel will get easier. I'm not saying YouTube is not easy at all.
No.
But it'll kind of help you out a little bit better. And I know that you said when you and Dan actually met up in real life,
Yeah.
It was like off the bat because you guys have each other's channels, you guys talk
Yep.
and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty awesome because I know a lot of YouTubers are just thinking for themselves. That's it. And they don't want anybody else's help. They don't want anybody, feedback because, I'm doing it. I'm doing great. Things like that. With your channel, Dan's channel, John's from You Do It, you guys are all, in my opinion, from what I see, from what I've talked to you guys outside of, YouTuber of the Week,
Yeah.
you guys are real. And I like that because if you guys meet each other in person, like
Which we have.
Like in general, like meetup is you guys are the same. It's not like you're YouTube fake and then, and in real life you're real and it's nothing what your channel's about.
No, to me, like I've met large, channels that I didn't know in the past, and they're just real people. And it's a lot different than, say, I mean, it'll feel like I did kind of fanboy over Nick Nimmin a little bit when I met him. But he's so down to earth, one of the coolest people to talk to. He will talk to you like a human. And I would say all of the YouTubers that you meet, generally speaking, are pretty they're humans. They're just people,
Just like us.
Yeah. And they all started at this number right here.
Yep.
Whereas if you look at Hollywood actors and stuff, a lot of them started at zero, but a lot of them were born into show business and kind of grew up with it. So I don't know if that's the same as starting at zero.
Yeah. Because I think with that, if you already have a name or grow into a name, of course you're going to get more fans or more subscribers, things like that.
Yeah.
Everyone is real. But it, being a YouTuber, being like a content creator, being a person, like we all, once the camera comes off, it's like we're just all the same.
Yeah.
We really are. Guys, make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Any questions you guys have, just comment down below. John said you can find Matt Gillen on LinkedIn. Also, he shares his in-depth knowledge with you on there. Matt does deep dives on YouTube.
He is so smart. He's probably like, as far as analytics go and as far as audience development goes through data information, he's probably one of my favorites out there, Matt Gillian. On his channel is Little Monster Media, but yeah, you can also find him on LinkedIn for sure.
And what I love about like our community is that we do talk outside of YouTube. Like any questions that I have, I know I can go to you, I can go to Dan, I can go to John, I can go to my husband John. And it's like we've become friends, family at this point. And it's pretty awesome because I wouldn't have met you guys if it weren't for doing YouTube.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So guys, be friends with other content creators. They can help you grow your channel. Like I know that if I have a question regarding any like kids products or things like that, or just like not even like just products or about your content, but anything regarding YouTube, I know that I could reach out to any of you guys. Oh, I kind of like shut down. I know. I just noticed it. Never had that happen before. I know that I can like, let me plug it in. I know that I can like reach out to any of you guys and you're willing to help. And that's, you guys are amazing. So
yeah. And if you've got YouTubers out there that are interested in some feedback, I'm happy to share, what feedback, what information I know, to help. I'm happy to do that. I helped one person not too long ago. She has a real estate business, and she started, I guess we had like a first talk kind of like was it April or something? Maybe it was March. Hold on. No, it was April because I had my surgery in April. So it was April, and I was still at home, so I was able to do that. And she really worked hard on her channel, and like she was at 99 subscribers or maybe just at 100. And in like 4 months, like right now, she's at 600 plus. And that's not long for the YouTube growth, honestly. And not only that, last week, I think she got 100 subscribers in one single week, which is crazy. Now, views are more important than subscribers, I'll tell you that. But subscribers do equal social proof and will show you that you have an audience interested in what you have to say. She showed me a whiteboard. She sent me a picture of her whiteboard, and it had, she's a real estate agent, right? And it had 20 leads on it. And I said, well, how many of those were generated from YouTube? And she told me 17 out of her 20 leads were generated from YouTube. How crazy is that?
Pretty awesome.
And it's a lot of people looking to move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm willing to help. I only have so much time, but I can, send me on Twitter, Mad Dad Reviews.
So now with all the social media platforms, I know we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
But with all the social media platforms that you were on, if people wanted to contact you, what is the best? Is it Twitter?
I'd say Twitter, just because it's a lot easier to just relay chat and stuff that way. Instagram, I'm probably less involved in, but I'll jump on Twitter probably a couple times a week, 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
Facebook, not so much, unless I know you mostly in person. But Twitter's the best place at Mad Dad Reviews.
So guys, make sure that you follow him on his social medias, and then any questions you have or to keep up with his channel, make sure you do that. And when you do subscribe to his channel, make sure you turn on that bell, that post notification bell, so you get notified when he uploads a video. And if maybe you don't have kids or somebody has kids, share his video to that person, because it could help them out if it doesn't help you out. Like I said, his content is amazing. He's amazing. His family's amazing.
You're so sweet.
Oh, you're sweeter. Make sure you go check all of that out. And I will, like I said, he has another YouTube channel that I will leave his link in the description below.
That's it right there.
Geezer Skate Company.
Geezer Skate Co.
Do it. Make sure you do it. And any questions you guys have, if you don't ask them right here, you can always ask them on Twitter. Twitter is a pretty good social media.
Tweet at me and we can follow each other. Hey, Nay, I do want to say one more thing. I love what you are doing here for the YouTuber community, especially the smaller channels. I think it's really awesome that you give channels an opportunity for exposure into this YouTube world that's really difficult to master. But I think that these YouTuber of the weeks are great for that. I think you and John, I know these were on John's channel originally, right? You and John are doing something amazing. Your content is fun.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, if you love doing it.
We, for everybody who doesn't know, if you guys are new to Nays Days, my husband, John, his link is in the description below because we're married. It's my marital obligation. No, I'm only joking. No, if he's on, hi, honey, I love you. He should be watching this anyway.
Get on here.
He just has to wake up early tomorrow. So that's why he's probably already in bed. But so we started YouTuber of the Week back in January of 2017.
Yeah.
We started on his channel, and we did, as you know, because you were a YouTuber of the Week back then, we did it on a video. Like we did like a Skype call or FaceTime.
Yeah, that's right. And you recorded it.
We recorded it, and then we edited and, uploaded it.
Yeah.
But his work schedule was kind of crazy. We couldn't really do it anymore. But when we did on his channel, I think we did about 50 something.
Wow. That's a lot, though.
50 YouTubers of the Week, because we did it all of 2017 and some of 2018. And then when he said he couldn't do it anymore, I'm like, I can't stop this. I can't. I love this so much. It's really cool to connect with other YouTubers, give their channel additional exposure, have people kind of get to know them a little bit better, and then they can go check out their channel if they like what they hear, what they see. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on my channel, but I'm going to do something a little bit differently. Now, of course, my first YouTuber of the Week, which was Reloaded Reality. She's pretty amazing. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So the first 20 minutes of her YouTuber of the Week was like, oh my gosh, why isn't this working? So it's I always tell everyone, if you're going to watch it, skip 20 minutes. I've learned a lot since then. But so far for doing it on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
we have done 81 lives.
Wow.
81 live streams.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So when we started it on John's channel back in 2017, so that was 2.5 years ago, I only had 30 subscribers.
Wow.
Only 30. And I still wanted to help other people and, spread, of course, positivity. That's what I do on my channel. But like give other people another platform to promote their videos and their channel. So yeah, so it'll be we've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah, you have. That's a lot of videos. 81. Wow.
81 live streams, and then from I think 56 from before.
So hundreds, thousands, millions.
100 plus.
How many ever weeks there are in these years?
Yes. But I'm not going to stop. And thank you so much. I really do appreciate you saying that. And
it's true. It's true. I mean that.
Yeah. So guys, if you guys can do me a favor, we are out of time, which I'm so sad. So much information jam-packed into
so fast. I could talk about this forever.
Oh, and I think, you know what, I'm going to bring you on again.
Cool.
Or like on a Sunday or something, if you guys are for Sundays with the Hagertys. But if you guys can do me a favor, I know we didn't get to some of your questions. Oh, look, Dana's on. Is that
Dana?
Dana?
Yes, that's her. That's
Dana,
her.
did you hear what we were talking about?
We talked about you. We didn't say you by name, but you are the realtor in which I talked about.
But it was all good things, I promise. Josh was really good about it. He said all good things.
She was probably listening in the background.
Yeah.
She's probably creeping.
I'm not going to say hi, but I'll leave you some love.
Yeah, she was creeping.
Looking for a house in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, click on her YouTube channel.
Hey.
Yeah,
seriously, I know her in person, and she's very genuine, and she will seriously, I'm not really necessarily trying to sell her here, it's just the truth. She'll genuinely help you out if you ever decide or need to move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
And it's a nice area too.
Some parts.
That's with any town.
It's everything.
Yeah. Core Dream Dan. If you go on to my Twitter, I posted the YouTuber of the week. You can find, I tagged his name. You can always just click on that too.
I was trying to see if I could write it down somewhere. Let me see.
What is it? Mad Dad?
Yeah, there you go. Mad Dad Reviews. I couldn't fit Maddie's Daddy Reviews on Twitter.
I know, I saw that.
So it just had to be a Mad Dad.
So, Dan, you can always make sure you put the @ symbol in front of it. I didn't want to put the @ symbol in the comment section, but copy and paste into Twitter and you'll be able to find it. So yes, guys, we are out of time. If you guys have any questions for our YouTube of the week, click on his link and then also find him on social media and you guys can ask him. If you guys can do me a favor and put down in the comments below, I already know you said congratulations to him for daily news, but congratulate him for being the YouTuber of the week this week. I just love it so much.
It's awesome. I have so much fun doing this.
So guys, for everybody who is watching, I want to thank you guys so much for spending your Wednesday night with us. Our YouTuber of the week, Josh, is amazing. Maddie's Daddy. There's so much more to come. So if you guys already like his videos now, just wait to see what is coming out.
Pressure's on.
Pressure is on. And Josh, thank you so very much for being YouTuber of the week. Thank you for being an awesome friend.
Hey, same goes here.
And I just I appreciate you. And I'm putting it out there that I do appreciate you. That my family, John, myself, the kids, we love you. Just continue making amazing content that I know that you will. And guys, like I said, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. So Josh, is there any one last thing that you want to tell everyone before we leave?
No, I just, if there are creators out there, just keep doing what you're doing. But if it's not working, maybe try to change it up a little bit. If you're not a creator and you are a consumer of content, just keep watching Nays Days and John's channel, because they're so much fun. And I think, you'll just love what they put out. Their content is just A lot of fun to watch.
Neat. So guys, like I said, thank you guys so very much for joining us. Make sure you guys leave a like on this stream, comment down below, share this video, subscribe to my channel, to Josh's channel. And then also guys, I go live again on Sundays with the Hagertys. That is Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live twice a week, Wednesday for YouTuber of the Week Wednesday, and Sundays with the Hagertys. And then sometimes I might like toss a video in there or two. So make sure you turn on that post notification bell so you get notified. Hopefully you get notified. Can't promise anything. You might send something out, not quite sure. But yes, so thank you guys again. Josh, thank you again. And hold on after the stream. So guys, make sure you guys have an amazing night tonight. And for this week and for always, make sure you always think positive, never give up, live life to the fullest, be the reason someone smiles today, and be kind to one another. Love you guys also very much, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.